Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome back to another Real Madrid preview. This is the preview to Liverpool against Real Madrid. Back in the Champions League, and back with pretty much our biggest Champions League game this season, along with Man City at home, which will be in December, I think. Anyways, this is the toughest, in my opinion, because we're away from home against a Liverpool side that, look, everyone will be saying Real Madrid are favourites, and I don't really like that, because the pressure's on us, right? Look, Liverpool haven't played well in recent times, and I would like to say that in terms of looking at the way they are playing and the way we have been playing, at least since the Atletico Madrid game, we should be winning. We should be winning. But the problem is Liverpool Anfield is sort of like the Bernabeu, right? When it matters, under the big lights, the big nights, a big game, they decide to turn up. And I'm just worried that they can lose every single game, even every game at home. And the one game they actually decide to turn up is this game. And that is where the concern comes in for me, because it's not due to complacency from the Real Madrid side, but it's sort of Liverpool players and the fans and cheering them on, and that just motivates the players and they turn up. And for me, it's simple. The Real Madrid players, we are playing away from home. We are the guests, right? We are the visitors. Everything will be against us in terms of the atmosphere, the crowd. You know, Liverpool will have the advantage, but we must make what we do count. An early goal is very important. Whoever scores first, the momentum will be with them, right? Because I think Liverpool will be playing attacking football. I think they will be pressing. I think they will be going all out. They cannot afford to sit back and just defend. They're not going to do that, right? They've got Salah. They've got Ekatike. They've got Vert if he starts. They've got many quality players. They've got Soboslai, McAllister. They've got so many good players, especially with attack being their strongest point right now. They can't seem to defend, and they're probably going to concede. But it's how they respond going forward. It's about that. And I'm not saying that they will just say, screw it, we're not going to defend, but I think their plan will be to outscore their opponents, obviously, but in a sense where it could be a very high scoring game. And I just hope that the defense that Real Madrid have, the defense that we put up, we are going to stay away. Because around this time last year, we went to Anfield, we lost, right? If I'm not wrong, Salah scored, but it was a penalty, if I'm not mistaken. No, he missed a penalty, but he scored, right? And then Cody Gakpo got the second goal. And I'll tell you this. Those two goals were just terrible defending. The first goal, you just let Salah do what he wants and whatever he wants, and he scores, right? Is that the same Mo Salah as right now? Arguably not, although he is still scoring goals, but is he the same player? It has dipped in form, and I've seen people saying, is he finished? Is he washed? I don't agree with that. I don't buy into that. But I don't think it's the same player 12 months ago, right? And then the second goal, I remember this very, very clearly, and it still infuriates the living hell out of me, that we let Luka Modric, who's a GOAT, who's an absolute legend, but he's not 6 foot, is he? We let Luka Modric man mark Cody Gakpo from a corner. Now that is unacceptable. That is deserving of losing, right? Whoever is playing, okay, Gakpo will play. But when and if Liverpool have a corner, I want to see the tall players, Chouameni, Bellingham, Militao, Hoyson, even Carreras, just go in. Just go in. Right? Just go in. And just get the tall players. Go in and Van Dijk, Gakpo, Konate. Come to Real Madrid, by the way, Konate. Anyways, man mark them. We cannot be getting the short, smaller players to man mark. I swear, if Arda Güler is man marking Van Dijk, that is serious issues. And I just realized I've got Rodrigo in the starting 11. I forgot to change that. Yikes. I'll be right back and I'll change that. Right, that looks much better now. Back to what I was saying. We cannot be complacent to begin with, but we also cannot be making stupid and silly decisions, such as allowing a small player to man mark a tall big player and a free header from a corner. I think set pieces wise, Liverpool are going to be a big threat. Their last Champions League game, I believe, was against Frankfurt away from home, and both Van Dijk and Konate scored from corner kicks. So clearly, they are a big threat from set pieces as well. I know we always make fun of Arsenal as corner FC, but still, Liverpool are definitely a strong team from corners, and it's how we do with that. But I think certainly when you look at technically on the ground, passing, the movement, they are still a very strong team, and they are still a very big threat going forward. No doubts about that. I'm really hoping Carrera steps up in a big game like this. Hoyson steps up in a big game like this. Militao steps up in a big game like this. Fede Valverde steps up in a big game like this. Chouameni as well, right? The back 5, back 6 are going to be key, right? The back 6 are going to be absolutely crucial to make sure that Liverpool are not able to just run around and run past the defense and get a goal, like we see last year. And no excuses now, by the way. I've said this for our Clasico. We've got a very strong 11. We've got, apart from 4 players out, in Rudiger, Alaba, Mastantuono, and who has that? Trent. I mean, Trent isn't fully fit, right? I'm definitely missing someone else. But anyways, man, it's gonna hurt me so much when I start to remember who else is out. But I mean, we know Alaba and Rudiger and Mastantuono will not play in this game, and Trent won't start. So, or at least that's what reports are saying, that Trent won't start. So, and apart from that, I'm definitely, I think, missing someone else. That I said in the back end of the Valencia review. Yikes. But apart from a couple of players, 2 to 3 players out, we have got pretty much this full starting 11, a fit starting 11. We have to win this game. Simple as that. Now, like I said, Liverpool not in the best run. They're still third in the Premier League, by the way. Their last home game, they just beat Aston Villa in the Premier League. They lost 3-0 at home to Crystal Palace in the Carabao Cup, but they played their B team. Some may argue their C team. If we look at home and away form, they lost away at Brentford. They won away at Frankfurt. They lost at home to Man United. They lost away to Chelsea. They lost away to Galatasaray. They lost away to Crystal Palace as well. That was sort of what kick-started their run of losses. But yeah, I mean, away at Anfield, a win is definitely possible. A win is definitely possible. I mean, we've seen, with all due respect, we have seen, Man United go there and win. So, I'm not going to say it's impossible. I'm just worried and kind of scared that this is the game Liverpool turn up at home. I know they just won against Villa, but when we talk about a big team coming to town, coming to Anfield, in the form they are in, they should lose. based on the form. But ultimately, I'm very very worried that they turn up and they just choose this game to play well and win, which I hope doesn't happen. Touch wood. Um, but yeah, I mean we know what kind of players they have. Salah, Ekitike, Verts as the attacking options, Cody Gakpo as the attacking option. Isaac is out, I believe, so we don't have to worry about him. They've got a very strong midfield, by the way. Um, Soboslai, we're going to see that Soboslai versus Arda Güler that we saw between Hungary and Turkey. Let's see who comes out on top. But, if we can shut Soboslai up a little bit, that would be quite nice. They've got McAllister, Gravenberch holds up that midfield, a bit like Chouameni. They've got, I think, Frimpong is out. I expect Robertson to start at left back and not Kirkes. Although who knows what other slot is gonna do. Van Dijk, Konate, Mamadashvili. I think Alisson is still out as well, isn't he? And they've got a very good team. Although I don't really know in terms of their bench options how strong it's gonna be. But the starting 11 for sure, it is a very strong starting 11, and it is definitely a Premier League winning worthy of a starting 11. But it doesn't mean that they're gelling in together. It doesn't mean that they're clicking in well and playing well, right? So I'm sort of, worried that they will start to click, but I'm also really, really adamant and hopeful that Real Madrid take full advantage of the situation right now and go out there and show no mercy. But let's cool down. Let's calm down a little bit. Let's talk about the Real Madrid starting 11. I suppose that's what I really, really want to get into. For me, the back five is standardized. I think Courtois starts in goal. Carreras, Dean Huijsen, Militao. Fede Valverde will start at right back. I'm literally 99% sure. And here's the thing, right? They no longer have Luis Diaz. A year ago they did. And I was really, really, really scared because Luis Diaz is quick. He's obviously a different profile to Cody Gakpo, but the defensive work and defensive contributions he done for that team is unmatchable. Like, it was incredible, right? I'm not so scared. I am still, conscious that Cody Gakpo is a very good player and he is definitely capable of getting a goal or an assist or just contributing in the attack for Liverpool. But I would be a lot more scared if it was Luis Diaz, right? It's not Luis Diaz, it's Cody Gakpo. Is he the quickest player on earth? No. I think Fede Valverde should be able to handle him fine. And I'm not saying that as an arrogant POV. I'm just saying that, like I said, Luis Diaz scares me more. I wonder how Carreras will do against Salah. Look, we're talking about Mo Salah right now, whom, like I said, isn't the same player 12 months ago, but he can turn it up whenever he wants to. And that is what I'm saying, man. We have to deal with that. Now, I have this as a 4-3-1-2, I guess, but I expect it to be all kinds of formation. Camavinga could be on the right-hand side again, like a right winger. But whoever it is, may that be Camavinga, Arda Güler, or Jude Bellingham, who is out on the left-hand side covering for Carreras against Mo Salah, which I think might be Bellingham actually. Whoever's out there, we need to double up on Salah. That is obviously key. But my midfield, I've got Camavinga, Chouameni, and Arda Güler with Bellingham as well. I think it will be not really a diamond midfield, but they're just going to play across the entire middle of the pitch. So we are going to essentially outnumber them in the midfield. So that should be an advantage as well, because I think Liverpool will come in with a 3-man midfield. We should have 4. Obviously, Trent isn't starting, so Fede Valverde has to play right back. But we have got Camavinga coming in. Arda Güler and Bellingham have been playing well. Chouameni is the most important piece in the midfield. Makes sense. And then, Vinny Jr. and Mbappe up front, they can interchange. They're not going to play both all the time centrally. We saw in our Classico, Vinny Jr. was going out wide, onto the left, and obviously supporting, and we're gonna see the same performance. I don't know, but the same style, yes, against Liverpool, like we did against Barcelona. Um, this preview has gone all over the place, but yeah, I expect this to be the starting 11. I don't really see many other changes. This might be one of the only 11s that might be bang on, because who else are you gonna bring in? Are you gonna bring in Trent? No. The midfield, you're not gonna start Ceballos over Camavinga. You're not gonna start any other attacker over Vini and Mbappe. So this is the starting 11. Now, score predictions. I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna be honest, right? I'm gonna say Liverpool 2, Real Madrid 3, and I'm gonna come in here with a 5-goal thriller, take the win back. I will absolutely love it, and I'll take it, even if it's the most narrow of wins. I don't care. Just get the job done, please. Anyways, hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. Let me know what your thoughts are down below. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe to cheer us on already, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.